What is up, Aries? How are you guys doing? Weekly check-in time. Time to see what's going on with you guys in the 4th week of July. It's interesting, July has 5 weeks. Does that happen every year? I'm normally not in a position where I'm counting the weeks of the month, but now that I'm doing it like this, I'm having to count the weeks of the month. And July has 5 weeks. At least this year, I don't know. Anywho, remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, quick, general energetic overview. For those of you who need a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of the video. Remember, I have general personal readings. If you need a reading and you don't know what to ask or you don't have any questions, I got you. Just click what you want read and let me do the rest. So quick, simple, easy, and cheap. Everything else I have is also on my website. Link is in the description. All right, let's jump into this. What can we tell Aries about their situation? What can we tell Aries about their situation? I'm changing these up just a little bit too. After I'm done with your situation here, I'm going to look at your love interest instead of what's coming in for the singles. Switch it up a little bit. But what can we tell Aries about their situation, universe? July, week 4, 2025. Oh shit, 5 of Swords. Ooh. I hate it when that energy comes. When that card jumps out first thing, I don't like that. Let's get 3 shuffles here, though. Here's 1, 2, and 3. 5 of Wands reversed. 2 of Swords, Tower reversed. 4 of Wands reversed. So I'm thinking this person is contemplating trying to reconnect with you. Contemplating it. And with that, like I said, with that 5 of Swords energy right there, it looks like not only are they contemplating it, but at some point between now and the rest of all eternity, they plan to fucking like make it happen somehow. Like 5 of Swords, it's kind of like the sister to the 7 of Swords. So basically, you know how the 7 of Swords is the liar, the cheater, the manipulator, the deceiver. 5 of Swords is I'm going to get what I want, and I don't care what I have to do to get it. I don't care who I have to lie to, steal from, cheat, manipulate, fuck over. I'm going to get what I want. So I think this person, they're not just gonna jump in head first willy-nilly like that. They're gonna wait very, very patiently for the right opportunity. They're gonna wait until your guard is down and you're vulnerable. That's their plan, at least. And then they're gonna swoop in and see if they can manipulate the situation. That's what they're planning on. But right now, it doesn't really look like much is happening. Now, again, this drives me nuts. Because how are they going to know when your guard is down? Or if your guard is down, you know? Don't even get me started on that. But that's their plan. Honestly, though, like I said, right now, it's not really looking like there's a very good open door of opportunity. It's more like thinking, contemplating, and planning. All right, well, let's get a deeper look at those feelings, energies, and intentions. Let's get a deeper look at this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions at the deepest level. Ooh. 2 of Wands, basically the same thing as the 2 of Swords. So right now they're just kind of contemplating. Hang on a second. That doesn't tell me much. I don't really think it goes very much deeper than that, honestly. I figured this was going to come out. Figured it. Usually when you have Five of Swords energy in there, Seven of Swords is trailing along, not too far behind. But, I mean, this person's insecure. They have a lot of insecurities, very low self-confidence, little to no self-esteem. And I think they're going to wait until, like I said, you're either at a vulnerable place or maybe when you're at a weak place. That's another thing that a lot of people like this like to look for. They like to look for you being in a weak place. Like if something bad happens to you, you know, like you get broke up with, or you get cheated on, or granny's sick in the hospital, or your dog gets hit by a car. You lose your job, car gets repoed, something where you're in like a weak, vulnerable place, you know? And then they come up in there throwing little pity parties and, you know, manipulating the situation. Doesn't look good, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I think when it all comes down to it, they're waiting for something bad to happen to you. But the good news is, if you don't hear from them, that means nothing bad's happening. But I'm not gonna lie, these intentions do not look solid at all. Now, I have 3 of the cards here in the same spread. So you know what that means, right? This energy is starting to, every card I pull, this energy feels a little bit more and more and more narcissistic. Yeah. So that's a certain combination of energies that I look for before I use that word. And I got them all here in the spread. They're not the only ones, but in order for me to officially use that word, I have to see at least a combination of 3 different energies, and I have them in here. So let's get the advice on this. What's the advice? Tower reversed. Hang on. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands reversed. Well, now, see, this is the hard part about this. So when you come to me for a reading, how many of you have gotten one of my general readings? If you get, like, say, for example, the past person, there'll be a little option for you to click how long you've been separated. You know, and there's a reason why I asked that. Or if you're getting a reading to see what's coming in next, there'll be a little thing that asks how long you've been single. And there's a reason for that. And this is a good example of why I asked that right here, because this feels like the majority of you who resonate with this message are dealing with something that ended recently. That's what this feels like to me. Something that came to an end recently, like within the last few months. If that fits your story, if this was something that ended recently, you want to spend some more time away from this person. I normally don't try to jump straight to that, but this person needs to know that boundaries are to be had. Okay? Because they're going to try to fuck with you. They're going to. They're going to try to trigger you. They're going to try to poke you. They're going to do anything that they can to try to get their energetic hooks in you. You know, and push those emotional buttons and test to see what reaction they get out of you. They're going to do everything that they can to try to get a reaction out of you. And if you're not at a place where you're solid enough to deal with that, that's okay. Just don't go around them. Don't go around them. I wouldn't even consider talking to this person until they know they have no power over you. And then we can talk. Once you know you ain't got no motherfucking power over me, then we can talk. Then we can have a conversation. You know? But as long as you're just going to try to fuck with me and manipulate me and poke me and get a reaction out of me, I'm not coming nowhere near you. I ain't coming nowhere near you until we can have a regular ass conversation. You know? So, yeah, this feels like a pretty specific message, man. I try not to get too specific, but that felt like a real specific message. So, let's see what's going on with your love interest. What can we tell Aries about their love interest in the 4th week of July, universe? Oh, we got that Ace of Cups, though. Looks to me like a new start in love is about to happen here. 2 more shuffles. Sun card reverse, though. 7 of Cups. Man, okay. Damn it, hang on. I'll blow his candle out. It's getting hot in here. Okay. So, this looks like a good old classic case of a new start in love is finally going to happen. But the minute it does, something changes. And you don't know what it is that's changing. It's hard to tell. Is it you that changed, or am I just tripping? Are you like losing interest in me, or am I just insecure? Am I imagining things? What's going on here? The first spread is just a general overview of the situation. So this isn't necessarily the end-all be-all gospel of truth, but I think you're getting a little bit worried that this person may have a bunch of other people that they're talking to. I don't know if they do yet. We'll look at that here in a second. But there's something that's changing. You don't know. You can't tell if it's you or them. Yeah, so it's not really starting off on stable footing. Not really. Okay, some of you dealing with a Taurus. I also have Leo and Sagittarius here. But could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's see what their true intentions are. How do they really feel about you? What are their true intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? See, lovers reversed. I don't really think they feel quite the connection that you do. Not quite. Not quite. You might feel a little bit stronger of a connection with them than they do with you. Page of Wands reversed. I'm not even convinced this person's mature enough for you. I don't even think they're ready to settle down. Yeah, they're also still carrying a lot of past vibrational baggage from their last relationship that ended. They have not released the past person that they split with. And so since they're still carrying all this energy with them, they don't even really have the psychological or the emotional bandwidth to form a connection with anybody else, even if they were emotionally mature. But now they're not even really sure if they're ready to settle down. Well, then why the fuck are you going to get into a relationship then? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit drives me nuts, dude. Why do people do that shit? God damn it, I've never understood that. I've never understood that. Don't get me started. Okay. Let's see how it plays out for the first 30 days. What's the outcome for the first 30 days? How's it playing out for the first 30 days? It's going to get heavy. It's going to really start weighing on you very heavily. Because you can feel that something's off. Now, I don't think... Let's go ahead and clear this up. Do they have just a bunch of other people that they're talking to? I don't think so. But at the same time, I don't think that would be completely beneath them. You know, they don't know if what they even really want. You know, they don't know. They don't even fucking know. So while I don't really think they have a DM full of other people, it would probably just be a matter of time because they don't even know who they want to be with. They don't know if they want to be with anyone. They don't know if they want to fuck around and play games or if they're ready to settle. They don't even know. And at the end of the day, if you don't know what you want, you're not fucking ready. Let's just say what it is. 7 of Cups. If you don't know if you're ready to settle down, you're not ready. Period. End of discussion. End of story. So you can feel it. You can feel that there's an energetic disconnect there, and it's weighing on you very heavily. I don't see separation happening in the first 30 days, though. How much time we got here? Okay. Let's just get the advice. What's the advice for Aries? Let's get the advice. Whoops. 2 of Cups reversed. Well, first of all, don't even extend or accept any offers from anyone if you're confused about their feelings, their energies, or their intentions. If you're not 100% sure where you stand with someone, don't extend or accept any offers. But let's just go ahead and say you thought you were clear on where you stood with them, so a love offer was extended, and then the energy changes. Don't be afraid to speak out on some shit. You have to understand, this shouldn't be an issue. This shouldn't even be a factor, but it is. Typically, in a connection with 2 people, the person with the most power is the one who is the least vulnerable, the one who cares the least, right? If you speak the fuck up and speak the fuck out, 99% of the time, that'll give you the power. If they're playing around and you're just scared and you're, oh no, oh no, oh no, that gives them the power. You know, but if you put your foot down and speak up, like, no, I ain't playing this shit. What's going on, man? Like, why the change? Why all of a sudden you just switched up on me? What's going on? You know, I'm not saying necessarily go at it like that right away, you know, but eventually it'll probably get to that. If you mention it like, yo, everything okay? It seems you acting different. All of a sudden you just started acting different. Just speak on it. Speak on that shit. Shine a light on it. And if they don't do anything to alleviate your concerns, speak on it again. And if the shadiness and the fuckery keeps going, then that's when you slam your foot down and get shitty about it. If it continues, and you've mentioned it, and you try to be nice about it, and you try to be cool about it, and they just still aren't even paying attention, they don't even care, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you slam your foot down. Be like, yo, I'm not playing this fucking game, dude. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing. You can communicate like a fucking grown adult. You can be consistent. You know, I'm not playing this flaky, sending mixed signals shit. I'm not playing that game. And if they try to make you feel like the crazy person, all right, fine, fuck you then later. Get away from me. Get away from me. Nope. Not going back and forth with you. You know, I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling. I'm going to explain what's going on. And if you're just going to spin in circles and beat around the bush and try to deflect and shit, no, I'm not playing that game. Fuck you. Get away from me. It's very simple. We're grown adults. We ain't got time to go back and forth playing games. You know, if I'm going to point out to you something that's bothering me and you can't like take accountability like an adult or at least explain yourself, let's play devil's advocate for a minute. And let's say that they have some kind of reason for doing what they're doing. Then explain yourself. Explain what's going on. Okay, cool. We all have bad days. We all go through shit. You know, are you maybe you're in a bad mood, or you got some shit going on, or say, explain yourself, something. But if you're just gonna beat around the bush and deflect and act like I'm the fucking crazy one, nah, fuck you. Get away from me. Get away from me. Don't be afraid to walk away from something that doesn't feel right. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down there in the description. Got them general personal readings, y'all. Love those things. Quick, fast, easy, efficient, and cheap. All you got to do is click what you want read. I'll do the rest, man. You ain't got to ask no questions. You ain't got to do nothing. But I have other things available other than that. I got full personal readings, one-on-one Zoom calls. I got all kinds of shit. Everything you need to know is in the description. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.